Are you tired of being called too different, too sensitive, or just too weird? Do you ever feel like even the people closest to you don't get who you really are? If that resonates, you're not alone, and this is for you. You might be one of the chosen ones, a soul with a vision that stretches far beyond the ordinary. Carl Jung, the brilliant mind who dove deep into the human psyche, believed we all carry a unique persona, the mask we show the world. But for those of you destined to shake things up, that persona is so distinct, it often leaves others confused, defensive, or even threatened. Being misunderstood isn't a flaw, it's a sign you're a pioneer. Jung saw the chosen ones as those who embody a spark of divine truth, a light that can feel blinding to a world caught in routine and conformity. When you're labeled as too much or out there, it's not because you're wrong, it's because you're ahead. Your sensitivity, your bold ideas, your refusal to fit into neat boxes, they're all markers of a soul meant to lead, to heal, to create something new. Jung's concept of individuation, the journey to become your truest self, tells us that this path isn't easy. It's forged through resistance, through the friction of being seen as an outsider. Think about it. Every time someone misjudges you, they're reflecting their own fears, their own inability to step outside the familiar. Your presence challenges them to confront what they've buried, their own potential for growth. Jung called this the shadow, the hidden parts of the psyche we avoid. When you show up as your authentic self, you're like a mirror, and not everyone is ready to look. This can feel heavy, especially when it's your family, friends, or partner who don't understand. But here's the truth. Being misunderstood is your initiation. It's the universe's way of saying, you're here for something bigger. Your differences aren't random. They're your strength, your calling. Jung believed that those who carry the most light often face the most resistance because their truth disrupts the status quo. You're not here to blend in, you're here to stand out, to carve a path where others will eventually follow. The world might not see it yet, but your vision, your depth, your courage to be different, they're the seeds of change. So, how does this misunderstanding shape you? And why is it so crucial to your journey? Let's dive deeper into what it means to be a chosen one in a world that doesn't always get you. Now that you see being misunderstood as a badge of your unique purpose, let's talk about what it's doing for you. Jung described the path of the chosen one as a trial by fire, and misunderstanding is the flame that refines you. Every time someone dismisses your ideas, questions your sensitivity, or tries to box you in, they're unwittingly forging your resilience. This isn't just about surviving judgment. It's about learning to trust your inner truth over the noise of the world. Jung's theory of archetypes, the universal patterns that shape our psyche, gives us a clue here. As a chosen one, you might embody archetypes like the prophet, the healer, or the visionary. These are powerful energies, but they can be unsettling to others. When you speak your truth or live in a way that defies norms, you're holding up a mirror to those who fear change. Your presence asks them to question their own choices, their own masks, and that's uncomfortable. So they push back, labeling you as difficult or strange. But this resistance isn't your failure, it's your training ground. Think of every misunderstanding as a test. Will you dim your light to make others comfortable, or will you stand firm in your truth? Jung taught that true growth comes from integrating the shadow, those parts of ourselves and others we reject. When you're misunderstood, you're forced to face your own doubts, your own fears of not belonging. But instead of breaking you, this process strengthens you. You learn to rely on your intuition to find validation within, rather than from the crowd. You become a beacon, not because you're perfect, but because you've walked through the fire of judgment and come out brighter. This journey isn't just personal, it's universal. As a chosen one, your role is to disrupt old patterns, to plant seeds of awakening in a world that's often asleep. The people who misunderstand you today might one day be inspired by your courage, but that transformation starts with you refusing to shrink. Your differences, the very things that set you apart, are your gifts to the world. So, how do you protect those gifts when the world keeps trying to shut them down? Let's move into some practical ways to turn misunderstanding into spiritual strength. You're starting to see that being misunderstood is part of your purpose. But how do you keep shining when the world feels like it's against you? Here are 3 powerful tools rooted in Jung's wisdom to help you transform judgment into fuel for your spiritual growth. First, practice spiritual affirmations. Jung believed words have the power to reshape our psyche. When someone calls you too different or too sensitive, counter it with a truth that anchors you. Try repeating, "My uniqueness is my strength," or "I am enough exactly as I am." Say these out loud, write them down, or meditate on them daily. These affirmations aren't just positive thinking. They're a way to reprogram your mind, to drown out the external noise and amplify your inner voice. Over time, you'll feel less swayed by others' opinions and more rooted in your own truth. Second, seek out a spiritual community. Jung emphasized the importance of connection in the journey of individuation. You don't have to walk this path alone. Look for people who resonate with your frequency. Maybe it's a friend who gets your depth, an online forum where souls share their journeys, or a group on social media dedicated to personal growth. These are your soul tribe, the ones who see your light without trying to dim it. Even 1 or 2 connections can make a difference, reminding you that your uniqueness isn't a burden, but a gift. Start small, join a discussion, share a thought, and watch how the right people find you. Finally, visualize an energy shield. Jung's work with active imagination shows us the power of mental imagery to protect and empower. When you feel judged or misunderstood, close your eyes and picture a radiant shield of light surrounding you. This shield is woven from your inner strength, deflecting harsh words and negative energy. Imagine it glowing brighter with every breath, keeping your heart safe while letting your light shine through. Practice this visualization before tough conversations or when you're in a critical environment. It's a reminder that no one can touch your essence unless you let them. These tools aren't just coping mechanisms, they're ways to alchemize misunderstanding into power. They help you stay true to your path even when the world doesn't understand. Now, let's wrap up by looking at what happens when you fully embrace your unique calling as a chosen one. Being misunderstood isn't a sign you're on the wrong path. It's proof you're on the right one. Every time someone fails to see you, they're pushing you closer to seeing yourself. Jung believed that the chosen ones, the ones who dare to be different, are the ones who change the world. Your uniqueness, the very thing that sets you apart, is your greatest gift. It's the spark that will inspire others even if they don't realize it yet. Don't let the world's confusion dim your light. You're not here to fit in, you're here to lead, to heal, to create. The prophet, the healer, the visionary inside you is waking up, and that's no small thing. You're part of a global wave of souls stepping into their truth, and your courage is paving the way for others. So embrace your differences, trust your intuition, and keep shining even when it feels hard. We'd love to hear from you. How have you been misunderstood, and how did it shape you? Drop your story in the comments and connect with others who get it. If this video spoke to your soul, give it a like, subscribe to Fractal Wisdom, and join our soul-aligned community. Together, we're building a space where your uniqueness is celebrated and your light is always welcome. Keep being you. The world needs it more than you know.